Okay, Scott, you're up.
It's the 80s. Off the top rope I fly. We're drawing. 80s wrestlers tonight. 80s wrestlers tonight. 80s wrestlers tonight.
Wrestlers. Okay. Well, we got Scott here. Jason, were you a wrestling fan?
Yeah, I was actually back in the 80s.
Okay, so you two can take over the conversation because I was not a wrestling guy. But I'm gonna draw one, obviously. But you gotta know your weaknesses in life, and this is not my strong suit. I will be starting with the Iron Sheik, though. So that's my 80s wrestler I'm going to start with.
Well,
in 84.
Because when I'm looking through all this, I'm like, oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're there. Go ahead. Oh,
I'm not on the screen because you guys can't see me.
Hey, how's it going?
John.
Good. You missed the opening song.
Oh, okay. You can sing it again.
Jason's here. Scott is here. John is now here. Napua and Drew have hard outs tonight because of that horror event.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think Ron will probably be in a little bit later.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Sorry we missed last week. That was kind of like right up my alley, but.
Well, shit happens.
Yeah. Pokemon happens.
Yeah.
Pikachu happens.
Enjoy the fun.
Anyway, 80s wrestlers, John. What do you know? Anything? Oh, John, you're muted.
I got my phone and the AirPods went to that instead. So like, yeah, a lot disconnected. Anyway, what were we saying? So,
80s wrestlers tonight. What do you know?
80s wrestlers. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Because I don't know 80s wrestlers. I'm relying on you all to carry a conversation tonight. Well, who's your favorite wrestler? We can start off with that, maybe. Scott, you got a favorite wrestler?
Favorite wrestler from the 80s? Wow.
Maybe it was the Dynamite Kid.
The Dynamite Kid.
Him and Davey Boy Smith.
Mine was Macho Man.
Macho Man. I know him because of Slim Jim commercials.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of stuff outside of wrestling, too. He was like in an episode of King of the Hill. He was in that movie, that Spider-Man movie that nobody saw.
That's right. He was the first wrestler, yeah.
Yeah. Bonesaw.
The Amazing Spider-Man. No, that's not my name. That's not my name.
And then Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he actually came to enjoy comics.
Oh,
that's cool.
For what?
Yeah. I guess for signing. That's what I guess Mike wanted him to come over just for signing, just celebrity or whatever.
Cool.
You know what I mean? I mean he's got the 2x4 hung up in his in the store, signed by him and stuff. So
Plank.
uh,
2x4. Does that signify something?
It's his. He used to carry around all the time.
Yeah, that was like it was an American thing. He always carried around the American flag and a 2x4.
Everyone's got a gimmick.
Yeah.
That was what was good about 80s wrestling.
What?
Was gimmicks and characters and stuff like that. No, it's like they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, now it's actual wrestling.
It's like junk.
Yeah, but don't they have like weird like plots and stuff like that? I mean,
Kind of, but it's like, before you had the characters, like, and you know who the good guys were, and you knew who the bad guys were, and it was like a show, like you had Randy Savage, Macho Man Randy Savage, going against the immortal Hulk Hogan. It's like these two bigger than life characters going up against each other. That's some lame donkey Los Angeles night, and his catchphrase is "yay" or "yeah" or some stupid thing like that. And he's just a regular dude in the black trunks. That's all it is. Yeah. Against some other nobody in black trunks. It's like there's no, and they're both Okole pukas. They're both big Okole pukas. So you don't know. There's no. Everybody cheers for the bad guys now.
Yeah.
You get these rare good guys like the Cody Rhodes and the John Cena and stuff, but everybody else
start off. But they don't switch sometimes. Because I thought John Cena was a bad guy for a while, wasn't he?
At the very
Wasn't John Cena start off as a heel?
Yeah, he started off as a heel, but then like once he went face, they as much as the fans wanted them to turn him heel again, I guess they couldn't do it because it was too hard to flip him back, I guess, because you mess up a whole bunch of stuff. You mess up all that Make-A-Wish kids stuff and all the merchandise sales and whatnot, right?
Well then,
let's see. Who's the one in They Live?
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper, yeah.
Roddy Piper.
Yeah, he was actually good in that.
Mm-hmm. Ric Flair.
I'm doing Ricky Steamboat. The
dragon.
Yeah.
He's not one little boy.
Ric Flair, the first one to kind of make the jump to mainstream with the movie stuff? Or was there anybody before him?
Rey Mysterio?
Oh, yeah, Rey Mysterio. There, he has a mask.
Well, I guess I should take that back because Lou Albano was doing stuff in the 70s, right?
That's right. Mario. Oh.
Yeah, he was Mario, but he was... Didn't he do something else?
Cyndi Lauper's nemesis.
Yeah.
The last time we do wrestlers, we didn't have it narrowed down, and that's what I remember Lou Albano from. He's the dad in Time After Time.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, girls just want to have fun, right?
Yeah.
I'm drawing Iron Sheik because I like his social media.
There you go.
Before he died, actually. He died last year? Yeah, 23, right? Yeah.
I'm doing Andre the Giant.
He's still alive.
Andre the Giant I did last time.
Mean Gene.
When we did wrestlers before, I did Andre the Giant. I did what's her? Is it Sasha Banks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mandalorian. I wasn't aware that this was 80s wrestlers, but that's okay. We can cater it.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, there was a lot of them. I mean, I looked stuff up.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Like the Junkyard Dogs were there.
Nikolai Volkov. Yeah, that Hulk Hogan's rocking wrestling.
Yeah, I was just trying to look at that.
What was that? Diamond something?
Diamond Jim.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Diamond Dallas.
Yeah, Diamond Dallas Page.
I think he was in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
The Killer Bees, the British Bulldogs. They're good tag teams back in the 80s.
Yeah.
British Bulldogs, I think I really remember. Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
The Undertaker came in and at the tail end, I think he came. Oh no, was he 91 or 89? I don't know if the Undertaker qualifies. Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
Sting.
Was it Ultimate Warrior or Macho Komatsu that came on some talk show and slapped somebody when they said wrestling was fake?
Oh,
I feel fake
you.
Yeah.
I heard that guy got in trouble, huh?
I imagine he did. Assaulting somebody on live television.
Well, yeah.
Tatanka. Coco Beware.
Coco Beware, that's a name?
That was a guy that had his theme was he was a bird guy, so he had like he always carried a parrot around with him to ringside and stuff.
KKO, KOKO, KK, Coco B, letter
Coco
B, where? I'm looking them up now.
And I
He
think
looks
his
like
biggest
character.
claim to fame was he was the lead singer on one of the wrestling albums.
Boy.
So we talked about Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Iron Sheik, Andre the Giant, Ric Flair, Jimmy Snuka. There's a name that sounds familiar. Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, Ted DiBiase,
Yeah.
Tito Santana, Junkyard Dog, Hacksaw Jim Duggan,
The Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors, yeah.
Steamboat,
Ricky the Dragon
Dusty
Steamboat.
Rhodes, Bret Hart, Jake Roberts, Bob Backlund,
The Honky Tonk Man.
Rick,
Yeah, Honky
Rick
Tonk
Rude.
Man.
Rick Rude, yeah, wow.
Harley Race, the Honky Tonk Man, Mr. T. Mr. T was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big John Studd.
Jake
He looks
the
like
Snake.
Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, that's
Jake
kind
the
of
Snake.
Corporal Kirshner.
Corporal Kirshner.
George Animal Steel.
George Steele,
S.D.
yeah.
Jones.
Kamala.
J.J. Dillon. And it's funny because I'm looking at the photos they have him. You know, I'm looking at the list of 80s wrestlers. J.J. Dillon looks like a businessman. Like an old white guy in a business suit.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hell of a picture to use for him.
Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty.
Going back to my Iron Sheik drawing. So who's everybody else drawing?
Macho Man.
I'm gonna do Hacksaw Jim Duggan. No, it's just a regular guy.
I'm doing the Dragon Dude.
There's some women wrestlers from the 80s. I didn't realize. Bull Nakano.
Wendy Richter. Fabulous Moolah.
That's a fabulous moolah.
That was like kind of like a drag queen. Yeah.
What was the name? Was that later? Like Gold Dust and all that?
Yeah,
That was later.
I think so.
Like,
Oh, Tiger Mask. The original Tiger Mask.
oh, yeah, Tiger Mask.
Jushin Thunder Liger. Kensuke Sasaki.
Jen Psaki. She was the press secretary for Obama, wasn't she? Or no, the first couple of years of Biden.
Sure, why not?
How about Kamala?
Is that a wrestler?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Ugandan giant. And his manager Kim Chi.
Kim Chi.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's not going to fly over well now, huh? Well, then.
Well, so, like I'm drawing the Iron Sheik, and it's like that's kind of racist, but you know, it's like,
The whole thing.
Standards were different back then.
Some of that stuff. Big
but
Boss
you know,
Man.
Iron Sheik was Iranian, or no? What was he?
Some kind of like Middle Eastern something. Because he had those. He had those big clubs that he used to do this thing with that like a lot of like the strong men couldn't pull off. I forget. Persian?
Iranian.
Iranian.
He was Iranian, right?
Yeah, he was Iranian.
Yeah.
To the Wikipedia.
To the Google machine.
You guys been watching Kite Man?
No.
No.
Okay. No, because there's this toilet that it's like it takes you back. It's a time traveling toilet. So Bane accidentally goes back to the 80s, and it's like they have the whole construction workers like whistling at the women. It's like, and so Bane's yelling at him. It's like, hey, take your standards back to the 80s. You know what I mean? This is not right now. He's trying to correct everything now. It's not PC anymore. But that's what I mean, like how like some of these names and everything, like back then it was okay. Well, it wasn't okay, but we let it go, Now it wouldn't fly.
Who popularized the term jabroni?
With The Rock. Was it Freddie Blassie maybe? Tito Santana.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I feel like I haven't drawn in a while, but actually I have been drawing all weekend.
He's been drawing Pokemon.
Pokemon, yeah.
Yep.
Oops, who's that?
Here to something else. Ron's here.
Yeah.
Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Good evening, everybody.
Now we have to go back and go through the whole list of wrestlers again.
Well, first of all, I heard the jabroni part. Actually, the Iron Sheik was the one that coined the term, and
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
The Rock borrowed it from him.
Borrowed it.
Borrowed or stole it.
Made it his own.
Yeah. Who gets the credit for it?
Whatever floats your conspiracy theory.
See, this is the reason I wanted to draw the Iron Sheik, because I'm going to put a quote from the Iron Sheik on here. It's your social responsibility to not be a dumb son of a bitch.
Well then.
I hear his Twitter account is really popular. Or X account now, I guess.
Well, but he also passed away last year.
Yeah. Well.
But it's still going.
I guess he took a lot of shots at Hulk Hogan.
But wasn't that his thing? No?
They did not like each other, apparently.
Oh, in real life?
Well, if you've ever watched Beyond the Mat, a lot of these stories, Hulk Hogan was really
Was he hard to be around?
he was a dick, pretty much,
Okay.
because he knew
Yeah,
he
shoot it
was
from the hip. Yeah.
he knew he was the franchise at that time for WWF, and so whatever he says goes. And Vince didn't question him. I mean, he was asked several times to lose the belt, but he refused. Just to push a younger star up, but yeah. But he was awesome in the ring,
Get the charisma.
especially when he hulks up. There's gonna be a point in the match where you keep hitting him and it has no effect on him. Then you pretty much know that the end of the match is coming soon. And he only had like one move, which was the leg drop. And that was it.
A leg drop of doom.
Just punch little while, punch. There's like this old video when they toured Japan.
Yeah, his Japan
And
stuff was good.
yeah, I used to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, and yeah, those guys are really good. But when they had the American wrestlers over there, they were doing a lot of technical stuff. Like Hulk Hogan was doing locks, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was weird.
And his finisher in Japan was like the Axe Bomber or something, right? That big clothesline.
Yeah. Whereas I guess over here in the U.S. they prefer more, of a show, like how he usually does it.
They had to dumb
Gets
it down for
beaten-
us.
Yeah, gets beaten up, and then there's going to be a point where the crowd gets all hyped up, and then through the energy from the crowd, he gets his energy back and manages to fight back.
Rooting for the underdog.
Yeah. You can't imagine as a kid how exciting it was when, he's almost knocked out and they raise his hand. They have to raise it 3 times.
Yeah. No.
If he drops it 3 times, that's it, the match. And then right when the 3rd time, the referee raises his hand and then he drops it. Oh, but then he has the finger wag. Like, no. And then the crowd goes wild. And then he starts hulking up, starts shaking. And, the opponent breaks the hold, or he breaks the hold. And he just pounds on him a few times and does the leg drop. And then that's it. Now it's a little more complicated storylines.
Before, if you hit somebody with your finisher, that was the end of the match. Now, if you hit somebody with the finisher, it's like, a lot of times they'll kick out of it.
Yeah.
It's not finisher anymore.
It's a finisher for the lesser wrestlers.
Right.
Jobbers, they call them, right? Jobbers.
The Brooklyn Brawlers.
Yeah. Jobbers are the ones that, get their asses kicked just to, bring that certain wrestler more.
They're like the white guys for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, Washington Generals. Yeah.
The Washington Generals. That's the name I was trying to remember.
The feeders.
Yeah. 80s wrestlers was a fun time.
You said I really didn't watch wrestling. I remember seeing Hulk for the first time as Thunder Lips and Rocky.
I think that's where most people know him from. Well, before wrestling became huge, right?
Yeah, that was before like the big Rocket Wrestling thing, yeah?
Yeah.
See, that was right before the first WrestleMania, I think, right? Because that's why Mr. T got involved.
I think Mr. T got involved in WrestleMania 2.
Because wasn't one of them he had a boxing match and one of them he was a tag team partner with with Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, Roddy Piper criticized Mr. T for being
Fake.
he's just acting. He's fake. Can't really fight. Yeah. So
Rocky, he ain't so bad. He ain't so bad.
And so he teamed up with Hulk Hogan, and yet Roddy Piper had his own stable of wrestlers also, and then
Didn't they both show up on Saturday Night Live at the same time?
Yeah, just to promote. That's how good Vince was at promotion. He would get his wrestlers to be on these mainstream talk shows just to get publicity. And if you watch Beyond the Mat, you can see how sleazy he was, because back then each territory had their own promotion, and Vince kind of strong-armed them into either bankruptcy or just selling the franchise to him. So,
He swindled away their best guys until
yeah,
they had nothing left.
yeah. But now there's only what WWE now, right? They have these lesser ones, but
They got that
Oh,
AEW,
there's other ones.
TNA.
No,
I think AEW is part of WWE. TNA is on its own, I think.
Yeah, no, AEW is a good thing.
Oh, it's its own thing.
Yeah,
What's the one I'm thinking of then?
NXT.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's like the minor leagues for
Yeah,
WWE. Yeah,
When does the big panda come in?
the Big Panda.
No. When they had to change it from WWF to WWE because of the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they actually lost that lawsuit.
Yeah, that's why they had to change
Yep.
it.
I think that's one of
the
the
big
few,
panda.
that's one of the one of the few lawsuits WWE actually lost.
For the confusion or whatever.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about earlier that had the suit?
$1 Million
No, I
Man.
was just looking at a list of 80s wrestlers, and one of them they had was like the picture they picked up was like an older photo where he's just like he looks like an old businessman. J.J. Dillon.
Oh yeah, he's a manager.
$1 Million Man. That.
He's
He's
a
a retired professional wrestler and manager.
yeah. So when he retired, he
But the photo they used him on the list, he just looks like an old business dude. You know?
that's how he dressed. That's how he dressed.
yeah.
He was the manager for a group called the Four Horsemen, which had Ric Flair as the head of that group.
Oh yeah. Woo.
Dig it.
I thought you were gonna say snap into the Slim Jim.
It's that right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When he was on that Dexter's
Oh,
Lab, they had that spin off the monkey.
Floor.
Rashlor. Oh, monkey. I can break your body, but I can't break your spirit.
Yeah.
You guys remember Bobby the Brain Heenan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His one of his famous quotes was, "Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat."
There you go. Well, that's what Scott was saying earlier. Like, back then it was clear who were the good guys and the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
Characters.
And then it switched. I think they called it what? I think they called it the Attitude Era. That's when I kind of stopped watching it. But
Attitude Era.
when Stone Cold came along, that's when it kind of switched, where you don't know who the good guy actually was.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, well, because Stone Cold said so, right?
Hey, who's the Stone Cold? Was he the one that broke his neck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He did.
Is it like
did
why
he
did they
run
name
for
John?
office?
He's the bowlerhead Okolipuka.
Scott is a quality book, I think.
Yeah.
He looks like a GI Joe from what I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was bald-headed, wore only black, and he would come into the ring. He would be an Okole Puka.
Foul mouth.
Yeah, but people loved him, even though he was doing bad things. People loved him.
That's where that switch happened.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's when nobody knew who the good guy was, and even the good guys, they started booing him because they were like boring.
Like Bret Hart, right? It's like Bret Hart goes, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. They started booing Bret Hart.
You ever go to like a wrestling match in Hawaii? When they came down into Hawaii, and what was it, the Smoking Guns, right? The Smoking Guns were the good guys, right? The baby faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
and they're going up against the Islanders. And when the Islanders came out, and like they're the bad guys, and they came out and they were
not in Hawaii.
crazy. And when the Smoking Guns came out of the ring, came down to the ring, they were being booed. They were being booed really bad, and like the look on their faces, like, what's going on here?
Well, you're in Hawaii. Well, the first WWF, I think it was still called WWF. They came, we saw them at Blaisdell, and they had Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. They were teaming up against Demolition at that time. Yeah. It was packed. It was packed, man.
Scott was probably there. Scott and Jax, and all those guys.
Shoot, we were there. We were ringside. It's weird though. It's weird when you go in there because on TV they have the color commentary, right?
Right.
But when you go to the ring, there's none of that.
Right.
So you just get the announcement, you just see that, and you just react. I mean, it's nice to have the color commentary.
When did like backyard wrestling and all that become popular?
During that time.
Yeah.
They put a stop. They put a
Yeah.
stop to it though because kids were getting.
I remember seeing a couple over here, and I was just like, "Oh, look, there's a boat in the background." Okay, yeah, that's someone's backyard.
You were like they had like IXW.
Kids would be like beating the hell out of each other.
That's what it was, really. Yeah.
We went to a lucha libre match over here. This is a while ago, because one of the storyboard artists was also a wrestling fan, and he told me, like, you ever been to a lucha libre match? I was like, no. And
Those
so
guys
that
I saw Nacho Libre.
And what'd you think?
they're more high flying and they wear masks, so
Right.
they're all Mexican wrestlers.
Rey
The-
Mysterio.
Yeah, that's their signatures. The masks.
Yeah.
And Lucha Libres are like the Japanese juniors, I guess, just high flying masked guys.
Yeah,
running
yeah.
around.
So we went to this. We went east, which is like really rural, and so they had. It was a. What do you call that? Like a rodeo stadium, I guess. Or mostly for rodeos, but they would have the matches there. And he was telling me, depending on how many people show up, they either wrestle in a real ring or they wrestle on mattresses.
Oh,
Mattresses.
Oh wow.
Because he said that if not a lot of people show up, they don't bother putting up the ring. They'll just lay mattresses on the ground and they wrestle there.
right.
But it was packed. It was packed, so they set up the ring and everything like that. So
Dang.
yeah, it was.
You would have
Really,
felt ripped off if you're like, I didn't get the full experience.
well, I think
Easy.
I think that was the best experience I had at a wrestling match,
Well, there you go.
because one side was where the bull ring was, and then they had the like an area where they had. It was a pavilion area where you would have, your parties and whatnot. If you have a big party, they have a space for people to go to. And so, you guys know what a quinceañera is?
16
do.
birthday for little girls.
Yeah, it's I guess,
15.
yeah, 15 turning 16. Is that right?
You and your big words.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
So they had one part of the parking lot. You had all these teenagers dressed up in their quinceañera outfits going to that pavilion area to celebrate it. And the other half is wearing masks that they had from, I guess, previous matches going to the Lucha Libre match. So that was an interesting, welcome to Lucha Libre. And so we went there. And during one of the matches, the goats got loose. So they were running around we were on the, I guess, next to the ring. So we had those seats. And then you have the bleachers in the back of us and stuff. But and he was telling me that during the rodeos, what they would do is they would put money on top of the goats and they would have the kids go run after the goats to grab the money. And so I guess somehow the pen got open and the goats got loose. But they continued with the matches. So they're still wrestling and but the goats are still wandering around the ring.
The kids running on.
And I still remember going to the restrooms over there. I walk in, there's a goat hanging out inside.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
No, it was all staged. It was all fake.
But they go
That's
wild because
bad.
between matches, they get people that go into the ring and throw prizes out to the audience.
Oh, crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the way to do it.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, good.
Rey
So now you
Mysterio.
can
Yeah.
now you can check that off your bucket list.
Yeah, it was just way too far though. You had to really go into the boonies to experience that. Felt like we were in Arizona. The further east you go, it's all desert already, and
Yeah.
it kind of felt like that. Like, but oh, it's a really interesting
Sounds like
experience.
my home.
There you go.
That sounds like
Yeah.
my home, Imperial
There
Valley.
you go.
Where's Imperial Valley?
That's like 100 miles east of San Diego.
Northeast,
No, straight east.
straight east. Yeah,
Straight east of San Diego.
exactly. Yeah. So that area, if you go from where we were, LA, you go
Uh-huh.
straight east. I forgot what the town was, but that's where we had the Lucha Libre match.
Palm Springs.
Nah, not that far. But
Cause yeah, my uncle used to live in Barstow.
oh, okay. That's going up to Vegas already.
Yeah, but it's still in California.
Yeah. And the Lucha, I remember the Lucha Libre match was the first match I seen because if you watch the WWE and the guys on the barrier around the ring and he's knocked out and the guy in the ring jumps on the top rope and does like a flying press on top the guy. Usually the guy catches him, right? This is the first time I seen the guy move
Oy.
and the wrestler that leapt off the top ring rope landed right into the barrier.
Ouch.
And we were like right there, it was right in front of us. I was like, oh shit, he might be dead.
That's gotta hurt.
Because he wasn't moving. He landed on it and he wasn't moving. The whole crowd were like, oh. But then the guy that moved out of the way grabbed him and started beating up on him. Threw him back. I guess he was okay. He threw him back in the ring.
You would hope so. He's already dead.
Yeah. I mean, even the goats were shocked.
And then the chair and the ladder comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was chairs, ladders, tables
Nails.
that were broken.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 2x4s with nails in them.
yeah, one guy got hit with a lamp. I don't know how they got the lamp, but his manager brought a lamp and he hit him with the lamp.
Wow.
So I was
Everything except the kitchen sink.
like, I'm sure me and everybody else like, where do you get the lamp?
It was under the ring where everything else is, right?
I don't know. No, he had a bag. I remember his manager or whatever had a bag and he brought up this lamp. They must have gotten it Goodwill before they went to the match or something. He broke it over the guy's head. But to his credit, he kicked out. We thought that was over, but he kicked out. So I was like, good for him, man.
Any comments, John?
Huh? No.
No wrestling fans out there? That's all right.
Nope. Nope. Somebody come in. Someone bounce out.
Michael.
Oh, Mike bounced down.
The connection there,
Wow.
I just heard a doot.
Yeah, I accidentally backed out of the browser.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oopsie.
Hey, Ron, thanks again for all your notes and advice and stuff on that.
Oh man, that thing turned out really well.
Thank you.
It looked really good.
Thank you. And I didn't realize how long I was working on it.
Yeah, how long? I was about that. How long does it take you to do all that?
Well, it's actually between my regular job, other drawings like this,
Yeah.
other projects, side jobs, moving.
Man.
What else? Well, it took me 3 years to do it.
Oh.
So I was doing other paintings. I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a side project. Then I was like, oh, I got this big canvas sitting here. I'm using other canvases. I might as well do something on this thing. So yeah. So it was actually a totally different painting to start with. And there's actually there was an original painting under it.
Oh.
That somebody, our human resources lady wanted me to paint over it because it was made her very angry. It was an abstract painting with people's faces in the back. It had the dealership. It had Mazda logo and stuff in the background. You could see it kind of hazy in the back. So she was like, I cannot stand this. I go, well, I can paint over it. yeah, just paint over it. And I just need to, just do something with it. I said, okay. So yeah, when I come to a stump, it's just like I didn't know where to go with it from where I had it before, and I was like, I didn't like those clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I want to say thank you to John and Drew for giving me, when Ron said, let it, what do you say? To blend
part?
it, the sunset.
Oh yeah.
And when John and Drew took a picture of the sunset from the Hilton, and I saw that picture,
Oh, okay. I was like, what did we do? It's like,
right there. That's the picture. That's what I need right
cool.
there. That's where that sunset came from. Was from John and Drew
cool.
when they posted. Like,
We helped.
Yeah, you guys helped.
Good. No, I'm glad.
I
We're
find
just having fun
inspiration in the weirdest places.
Yeah,
No, that's good. That's good.
But overall, it was mostly me, yeah, not them, right?
Right.
I like that long pause. Right.
It was mostly me that helped, right? Not them.
Yeah,
right?
it was mostly you. Mostly you that helped. Yeah.
Well,
Right.
he helped directly. We were indirectly.
What
Indirect help.
What I noticed that a lot of the painters over here do when I see them out, because they do what they call like plein air painting. They just go out on the weekend and then they do the plein air.
I cannot do that.
Huh?
Why?
I've never tried. I should try, but I've never tried.
It's always quick because when I ask them questions about when they go out there, and it's mostly about getting the colors right, the lighting right,
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking of carrying all your equipment and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of them they don't bring like the full. Some of them do. I mean, but a lot of them do like little, like
Yeah.
sketchbook size, like
Thumbnails.
watercolor. Yeah, watercolor
Yeah.
thing.
And they have carrying case traveling easels and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Some of
Yeah,
them.
and then you can probably make a traveling watercolor set for yourself as well.
Oh yeah.
Like they usually make those little small, you know.
Well, they make
Oh,
plenty of
boy.
plein air kits for
Yeah, they do.
watercolor.
They do.
But one of the guys that he paints for, like, I don't know if he still does it, but he used to paint traditionally for Disney.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So he was telling me, if you go out there, like he tells like younger painters, go out there, you get your camera, and it's easy now with your smartphone.
Oh yeah, your phone and
Yeah,
everything.
you just start take. If you see a cool sunset, take a picture of that. If you see like nice, awesome colors on something, take a picture of that.
Like in a morgue.
I've done
your-
that with South Point over here.
Yeah, create a library of
that.
photos.
Yeah.
Right, and
For
that was
inspiration and stuff.
that was my first biggest one. This one I just finished was the biggest of the biggest. It was like a 5 foot by 4 foot.
Wow.
So,
But it got sold, right? You said it was sold.
sold the
So
same
it-
day I finished it. Because
So it wasn't a commission for somebody?
no, it wasn't. Originally, it wasn't a commission.
Wow.
Oh, I thought it was for your boss who was sick of it.
No, that person wanted me to redo it, and I was actually gonna donate it back to the dealership because it was the painting was hanging up for the longest time.
Yeah.
But this other guy said, "Hey, I want to buy it."
Nice.
He goes, "Oh, okay."
You $1 million.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was
Yeah,
like,
I hope
and
you got a
this
good price for it.
And I'm dealing with car salesman. Okay,
yeah.
so we verbally said to each other, says I ain't gonna go under $700, and he goes, well, I'm not gonna go above $700. So when I finished it, he said, oh, I said, okay, $700. You're gonna go get it? He goes, yeah, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get the money right now. I'm gonna go get the money. He goes, it's gonna be $300. I said, no, it's not.
300. Yikes.
No, exactly. I said no. I said 700. We agreed on 700. No, we
Yeah.
didn't. No, we didn't.
Yeah, the hard part was when it's verbal, you know.
Yeah,
People throw
exactly.
that shit at you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Pisses me off when people do that.
Yeah. So, no, we didn't.
So
And I said, no, I ain't going under $700.
He's not the guy you sold it to, then, right?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I got him up to 600, and I sold it at 600 instead of 700.
Then you break off. You break off a
I
third
said,
of it.
okay,
Okay,
fine.
300. Here you go.
Yeah. I said, he goes,
all
I
you
can do
get.
300. I says, I can wait. Don't worry about it. I can wait. I can wait for it. And he was like,
Oh,
oh
man.
no, I want it. I want it like today. So I can wait. Don't worry about it. I can wait.
Craziness.
Oh, okay. He was like, well, I want it for my birthday and everything. Because I guess this weekend's his birthday, so.
So 700 then.
I know, that's why I was always going 700. Oh, but come on, pal. No, come on. We're friends. I'm like, no, you're a car salesman. You're a car salesman. That's all I'm looking at you as.
You know, it
you're
just
a
went
car
up now,
salesman.
750.
Exactly.
You want to make it 800?
I should have went. You know what? $1,000 then.
Yeah. Well, would you rather pay the $1,000 or 700?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, yeah. If you make a verbal, commitment,
That's the
That's
worst.
rough.
yeah, stick to it.
Yeah. But did he know he was gonna buy it like previously, or no? He just out of the blue just picked it up.
No. I knew it because he's always said he has 3 of my paintings.
Okay.
So he's actually said verbally in front of other salesmen and other people. that he loves my paintings, and I tell him I have a love-hate relationship with this guy. I love how he loves my work, but I hate how he deals with work.
Yeah.
At
Because sadly,
work.
maybe what you have to do is ask for a half up front next time. You know,
Yeah.
I'm actually doing that with like some people now.
Oh yeah.
Like if I have bad experiences with them, I'm just like, yeah, you got to pay half
No
up
names.
front.
We are live. No names.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, Drew. Hit up, Drew. No, it's not true. Right? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not.
That's
I'll tell you who it's not. No, I'm just kidding. 6 hours later.
what it felt like that day.
Yeah. No, it's
Conversating with him, it was like, oh, I'll wait for the money. Okay, I'll wait for it.
Yeah.
I'll wait
But
for
just
it.
in general, it's like, it's a good habit to do like
Yeah.
half up front, because in case they flake out on you, just says, yeah, it's non-refundable. Because I've had clients do that. They just pull out.
Yeah, and then you're stuck with it.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, they didn't pay me,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have.
Yeah.
He should have stuck to basically the 700. But you are $600 richer, so that's good.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too. Like, he's got 3 of your paintings, so he should know,
Yeah.
Well, he's actually gotten those other ones are very cheap too. So.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. So he was thinking, he's always gonna get them cheap.
Oh,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true. I've been stuck with that too. Like when it's like, hey, sale on my stuff.
Yeah, but that was
Later
a
on.
5 by 4 foot painting.
Yeah.
I'm sure most of your work isn't that big, right?
Who?
Not
Mine?
really. I mean, the
his.
other
Yeah.
one biggest is that it was a 48. Yeah, 48 by 36. That was my other biggest one.
He has that one too.
No. I have that one. That's my my wife's one. That's the one on South Point.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised at how big it was. Like, wow, that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you don't really see it because I couldn't even really take a picture in the room of it. That picture was taken in the kitchen, across the kitchen.
Yeah, I did. When you took a picture of it for me, I was kind of like, oh, I just thought regular
Like
size,
a 14 by.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. And then I saw the picture with you standing next to it. I was like, oh shit, that's big.
I had to go to my neighbor's kitchen to take a picture of it.
Oh yeah.
Next door.
That's a freaking mural. What the hell?
You seen it, John?
No, I didn't see it. I'll check it out later. Yeah.
Yeah. I can send you a picture.
Yeah. Good. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture later.
Awesome. But good though. But you said what? 3 years in the making on that one?
Yeah. It was 3
Wow.
years.
3 years on and off, right? On and off.
Yeah.
It's actually in my Instagram.
Okay, I'll go take a look at it.
Yeah.
Start and end.
Actually, I start with the first one I do is the end one, and then the other ones after it was the beginning to pretty much the end. Because I don't want to give the beginning one, and they're like, "Oh gosh, this looks like crap." You know what I mean? And,
I think people can figure it out if there's more than one.
Yeah.
right.
But you're right. People are lazy to scroll. I found that out.
So you give them the wow, and then they scroll it.
Oh yeah,
what
of course.
the hell is all this?
Didn't show the process.
Yeah.
I mean, most people just post the start and the end, right? Because like you said, they don't like scrolling, so they just
Some like you see the in between. Some do.
Well, I don't. No, I actually do. I like to see
lie.
I like to see the process.
Yeah.
That's why I like art books, because you see what the whole rough was. I mean,
oh yeah.
Where they got it from.
That's why I do the whole. Okay, let's draw a circle. Okay, we're done. Start to finish.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Draw a circle with a line in it.
those posts. Yeah, I've seen one like, oh, you start with a circle, and then the next one is like this awesome looking owl
Yeah.
that they drew.
Well, yeah,
Or like-
they go this, and then they touch the drawing's finish. It's like, wait, what the hell?
Two circles, and then the finished rendering of an owl.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
My favorite was the one, how to draw the tick. And it's like, draw a circle, draw a line through it, draw the tick holding a circle with a line in it. You can draw around it. Pretty funny. Right, he's dead. Oh, my pens are dead. That's one thing about these white pens; they always clog or run out of ink fast.
Oh yeah. Which one is that one? That white one?
This is
This
that
is dark.
that Uniball Sino.
Oh,
Yeah, it works pretty well because you got a fine tip, but yeah, I mean it's clogs so fast. It's probably
I like
easier to
the-
just use like
the-
white ink.
the Pintel's not bad.
The what?
Pintel?
Oh, the Pentel. You like those?
Yeah, the gel pins, the
Yeah.
gel white.
I don't know. For me, like I remember, maybe it's better now, but I remember using those and I could never get a good opaque with it.
Yeah,
Like especially on like some of these pens, it would just kind of, turn to like a weird gray.
actually, it's called Jelly Roll.
Jelly roll, yeah. I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah. Do I have one over here? I might have one here.
Yeah, this is the one I got.
Isn't
Yeah.
that also a breakdancing move?
Jelly
Jelly
Roll.
roll? Yeah, that's not a
Yeah, but that won't be part of the Olympics anymore.
Thanks to the Australian.
Aw.
Oops, we're live.
We went there.
Aw.
We went there.
Why are we picking on Ray Gun now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oops,
Australia's
There you go.
best
ain't no
Yes,
Grandmaster flag.
Oh my.
poor girl.
So yeah.
But-
No,
that's it.
I'm not saying poor girl, but
But
No.
I'm just trying to figure out how in the ranking for all the competitors she was like in the middle of the pack.
I heard her husband was on the committee that chooses.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't know.
Mm.
It's just all conspiracy.
It is.
But I didn't watch all of them, obviously. But
Yeah.
I saw that she was like in the middle of the pack of the rankings. I mean, okay, well,
I've seen a lot of
if
posts.
she's the middle of the pack, I want to see some of these. There's got to be some people that did worse.
You mean the
They're
one
doing the
that
electric
scored-
slide.
the one- or you know what had one popper in the
Oh, there you
group.
go. That's right. Popping.
He was just
Wow.
popping. He wasn't breaking. He's just popping. So I guess the one, since she got 0, I guess the others got negative points. How you get negative? How you get negative points?
That's not breakdancing. That's jazz dancing.
Yeah, that's jazz dancing, right?
Tap dancing.
Tap dancing. A Charleston.
I
No.
refuse to believe that somebody would go to the Olympics and do that and not be aware,
Yeah.
that that's not what breakdancing looks like.
Who are the judges for the breakdancing thing? I didn't even watch it.
I don't know who they are. I'm sure
Were they like professionals? Like
they have to be, right?
I
don't-
would
I
imagine.
mean, yeah,
Be like-
yeah.
Damn, this is whack. This is so whack.
Oh, did they do that again this year? Remember, was it the other time? Wasn't it like Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart were doing commentary, reviewing the thing?
No, it was Kevin Hart and Keenan Thompson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Was it funny?
some parts were funny. Some parts were funny. You know, they were like, especially when they made fun of some of the
Oh, of course. You
some
know.
of the events and stuff like
We
that.
ready for a first round of looks? I got my first one done.
Okay,
All right.
Michael's ready.
Trying to figure out who I want to draw next.
Yeah.
All right, here, I'll go first. Here's the Iron Sheik.
That's a good point. It's hard to make that pointing toward the audience kind of.
That foreshortening, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, for
to
sure.
make it convincing.
That's my
USA
hand.
Hakutua.
I took a picture of my hand.
Oh,
Do you have that app still yet? That
third.
hand.
No, that's my hand. I took a picture of
That's
my
your
hand.
hand. It's Michael's hand.
But I wasn't
Not
wearing
AI,
a ring.
folks.
See, does it look right? No, because like all the references I can find online, the fingers were tight, and I wanted it looser.
Gotcha.
So
Might as well
just
take a
took
picture
my-
of it.
See, again, too, we have that luxury of doing that. Like, way back when, you're like, in the 80s.
Trying
You're
to
like,
twist around.
The Iron Sheik.
yeah.
Who you got? Jason, what do you got?
I got somewhat of a hacksaw.
Yay.
Hacksaw Jim. Ho!
And that's the 2x4 you were talking about. He carries around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
I thought he was
I
bigger
gotta-
than that, but he's not. He's like,
I
Look
got
at some of the guys here.
I gotta tell you one match I saw with Hacksaw
Yeah.
Jim Duggan on TV. Well, get to everybody's one first.
Scott, you
yeah,
ready?
that's mine.
Is Scott back? I guess Scott is back. Okay, I know he said he'd be right back. So
There you go. Hey.
all right, that makes me want to swim Jim.
Brother.
Snap it to
What's
his
he
head.
saying there, Scott? What's he saying?
Dig it.
There's a
My nose.
shoot, I should have taken a screenshot of that. On my feed, it was something about like there was a restaurant that if you talked like Macho
Macho
Man,
Man?
you would get you get 10% off your bill or something like that.
Oh man, really?
And if you body slam whoever was with you, you would get like 50% off.
Wow.
That's funny.
Jeez.
But yeah,
Hey, Gwen, I'll slam you.
exactly.
Oh man, she
Yeah.
would not like
You
that.
ready?
She would body slam me anyway. Here's what I got. So.
Hey. That's like 90s Ricky Steamboat, though.
Oh, was it 90s? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
80s, he
exactly.
didn't have the dragon outfit like that.
Yeah, I was looking at that. He had the headband, just the.
Yeah, he
He
was
had
with
Karateki.
the NWA at that time. NWA, WCW.
What was the big match? Who was he up against? Was it
Randy
Rick-
Savage.
Randy
WrestleMania.
Savage? That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's considered probably the best
Yeah.
WrestleMania match ever.
A
A lot of
Yeah.
people seem to like that one. Yeah.
I'm gonna look up Wendy
Okay.
Richter so we can have at least one
Wendy
female.
Richter.
In there, right?
Well, they had in like Beyond the Mat, they were talking about that match, and he and Randy Savage meticulously what
Oh,
they
they
call planned,
choreographed
yeah,
They planned it. They planned it.
choreographed and planned everything in that
Nice.
match.
All right. Well, I'm gonna deviate from.
The
You're gonna be a deviant? What?
I'm gonna deviate from 80s wrestling. So,
Oh,
I'm working
you're
on something
gonna
else.
What?
Sting.
I'm working on something else.
Do Sting as Sting.
Okay, as long as you want to hang out. You're-
Sting has
Sting.
Sting as Sting.
The Sting. The Stingmeister. Anyway, what was your story, Ron?
Oh
before?
yeah. So it was Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Handsome Harley Race. And
Before he was the king.
I don't know, I'm trying to think if he was the king at that time, but it was a falls count anywhere in the ring. So what they would do is, I guess they'd start the match and then they would like go into the audience in the back rooms or whatever, but they would continue with another match, but they would cut to that match, like wondering where they are in the arena fighting. So they went through like the wardrobe, they went through like the bathrooms, and so at the end of the night, of course, they had to go to where the buffet was. And so when they were at the buffet, they were like Chris, there was a big food fight, and I think Harley Race pretty much disarmed Hacksaw Jim Duggan from his 2x4. And so he was gonna pick up the 2x4. Harley Race got the 2x4, but Hacksaw Jim Duggan found this on the buffet table, a sturgeon, a full-size sturgeon.
No, fish.
Yeah, so he grabbed the sturgeon, and before Harley Race could hit him with the 2x4, he hit Harley Race with the sturgeon and knocked him out. And so, since falls count anywhere in the ring, that's how he pinned Harley Race
With the sturgeon.
at the
The
buffet
sturgeon.
at the buffet table with the sturgeons.
With the
Wait a
sturgeon.
minute.
Wow.
I think
Like
that's how
the
he won the crown.
sturgeon.
You know, I think that's how he won the
Hey.
crown.
Yeah, it was done for the very first time, I guess.
Yep. Yes, it was, Scott. Yes, it was. I think that's when to me anyway, that's when wrestling was so entertaining.
Good stuff back then.
Yep.
Well, it's still got a big following now. I mean, it's huge.
Well, I mean, yeah, but so
I mean, don't
if you
you still come when they come down?
you don't really know who's who. Oh, of course.
Not-
yeah,
not-
I mean, but,
Well, I don't know the newer wrestlers anymore, so
yeah, see.
Now you're talking like comics now. I don't know these characters anymore.
It's like what is it? My friend was saying, it's like, yeah, you only like because before it was like a cartoon, like a big cartoon or a comic book, right? The good guys were the good guys and the bad guys were the bad guys, and you could tell, and everybody looked different. It was like,
yeah.
now it's like everybody just wears black trunks, and half of them are bald. So it's like the bald guy and the black trunks. Which one?
Yeah, and then they had the beard, some of them had the beard and
Yeah, all of them were Colepucas.
They don't have that. Do they still have that, the gimmick?
Very loosely. I mean, some of them still got now they got what is it now? They got the white six now. That's kind of like a like a deliverance kind of thing going on, I guess.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Some backwoods creepy guys and just wearing masks and stuff.
The hell?
Okay.
So anything like
Yeah, has the banjo playing.
So anything like, remember the Undertaker?
Yeah.
when he was around.
Or Kane.
Yeah,
Right.
or his brother Kane. He eventually became a mayor. Mayor, right?
He's a mayor of
Yeah, I think so.
Tennessee or something.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
Oh, that was Steve Austin. No, he wasn't running for
No,
something.
No.
no. Who was that other
Well,
wrestler?
Jesse.
Well, Jesse Ventura was
Yeah.
governor of Minnesota.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking of. I'm sorry.
that
Yeah,
was
I
the
got
one.
confused.
Jesse Ventura. That was the one I was thinking of.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like Arnold.
I like when this is when Vince McMahon was, kind of a good guy, and he was also doing like color commentating.
Yeah.
On the matches, and his partner would be Jesse Ventura. Well, McMahon would be play-by-play, right, and then Jesse Ventura would be color commentating.
Right.
And I always thought it was funny when he would say, "Shut up, McMahon. What do you know?" By the time, remember they had this marathon, and remember Mr. Fuji?
Yeah.
He was at that this time he was a manager. He was no longer wrestling, so he was a manager, and he had his tuxedo on. He was at the front of the line in the marathon. And so when they started the marathon, he started jogging also. But then they went to the finish line, and he was the first one crossing at the same pace.
Okay.
And so Vince McMahon was like yelling, like, "Oh, wait a minute, how can he be first? He's not even running." And so they went through this whole investigation.
That was back when wrestling was fun.
Yeah.
Now tell us how you really feel, Scott.
I mean, I still like it. I still watch it. It's like I don't know, like the characters aren't there anymore.
Wow.
Like I said, and I'm the only guy cheering for the good guy, right? Everybody else is cheering for the bad guy.
So it's like when people had to watch Enterprise, they're like, I guess I gotta watch it because part of the continuum,
That's why I watched it.
I still haven't. And I like Scott Bakula, but I just never watched Enterprise.
Yeah.
I think like season 2 was the best season, and then I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah.
I like what Seth MacFarlane did. Made the Oracle.
Orville, that was pretty good.
Oh, the Orville?
Yeah, the Oracle.
Orville.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
No, yeah, that was really good writing. I like that.
That was all
I
him.
haven't watched it yet.
You should. That's Star Trek. That's Star Trek being like. That's a good homage to Star Trek.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, specifically the Next Generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like half the creators on the show were from the Next Generation.
Yeah. I like Dora Dix.
Like Jonathan Frakes directed a bunch of episodes, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did you see that thing where they were talking about Galaxy Quest and Patrick Stewart didn't want to see it, and then
Oh, really?
you gotta go see it. It's the best thing in the world. And then so because of that, he went to go see it, and then he said, "No, yeah, no." He learned to. He really liked it after he finally saw it, but he only saw it because of Jonathan Frakes.
Wow. Why would
Yeah, a lot
he see it?
a lot of the writers and directors and the crew that made that show were from the Next Generation. So it's like,
Oh. It's so funny because like with Patrick Stewart, like when him on American Dad, it's like that's so crazy what they get him to do.
trying to make out what she's wearing for a necklace.
When was wrestling on? Like on was there only like a 1 day a week kind of thing back then?
Saturdays and maybe Sundays.
Okay.
I forget.
And then at a certain point, then they had primetime wrestling on Mondays.
Yeah.
Before it became Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
And then those old NWA or whatever those when you were watching those, it was the main event time, and like 5 minutes into the match, they were like, "Oh, we're out of time, folks. See you next time." And you're like, "Wait a minute,
Just cut you off. Who won?
I hated when they did that.
So this Wendy Richter apparently, like Cyndi Lauper, had a lot to do with her.
Back in wrestling era, she was like the manager of her. They're trying to get all the big names involved.
Because if you remember that video, Lou Albano was in one of her videos.
He was
Is
a
it
dad,
couple
right?
of-
Two
Yeah.
of his videos.
Yeah, and I think she was a sister in the Goonies one, or something like that, right?
With who?
In the Goonies video, Wendy Richter was in that one too, right? Was she part of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. But Lou,
That was a two-parter video.
Captain Lou Albano was in a couple of Cyndi Lauper videos.
Yeah.
So he was claiming that her success is because of him. So that's when the feud happened. And I guess challenged each other to a wrestling match. You know, they would pick their own wrestlers, and Cyndi Lauper picked Wendy Richter, and Lou Albano picked the Fabulous Moolah. And I think she held the women's title at that time, but it wasn't as competitive as it is now.
Oh yeah.
The Fabulous Moolah held the title, or Wendy Richter did?
Well, Wendy Richter defeated the Fabulous Moolah for the title, but it wasn't competitive. She held the title for a long time because there was really no competition.
Like decades or something like that, right? If I remember.
Yeah. I mean, the women that wrestled back then were, they were a little more frumpy. They weren't as physically fit as you see them now,
It's like those Japanese wrestlers at that time.
Those Japanese lady wrestlers, they're spooky.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
There was this one. I remember this one wrestler that Antonio Inoki fought in Japan.
Oh, Tony Inoki.
But he didn't. The guy that came in, he didn't, I guess, sell the moves.
Oh yeah. Was
that well? And so Antonio,
Like the wrestler that would throw people with his dick.
No. No.
Wow. Where did that come?
Wow.
Yeah, where'd that come from?
No, because you were talking about selling. You were talking about selling the move, right?
Yeah.
So he would like fake that he was throwing people, and they would have to go along with it.
Hey, we got 3 viewers now.
Anyway.
Yeah. So when he didn't sell the move, Antonio Inoki got upset and actually punched him for real. Like started beating up on him for real. And he was all bloody.
That happens every now and then. People just get pissed off and say, "Hey, bro, you were supposed to pull your punch."
Yeah. Yeah. Or you're supposed to not get up from that.
Yeah.
Like, didn't Ronda Rousey get in trouble for something like that? Where
She no-sold the move.
Oh, is that what she did? I don't follow the newer ones. What did she do?
Yeah, I think at one time, she was like, she got kind of. I think the fans turned on her, and she wasn't used to that.
She got a little too real.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
You see, there's the one in Japan where there was the young up and coming starlet kind of girl character, and the older one, the veteran, and she wasn't selling, so the younger one started trying to do real moves or like hurting the other one, but the other one was so big, and she literally beat the younger one up, and they had to stop the match for real the younger one had to go to the hospital. It's like she had a fractured or orbital bone or something like that.
Oh.
It was really bad. and I think the veteran got like they had to like I don't know if they like kicked her out of the the like because it was real serious.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah, but wasn't that the younger one who kind of started it?
Kind of, but at the same time too, it's like I guess you can only like. I mean, usually they have what is it like? They couple of hey, come on, let's get back on track, right? The other one,
yeah, the ref is supposed to,
yeah,
do that, tell them
Yeah.
that.
but no, they weren't doing it. So the younger one, the younger one got messed up really, really bad.
Yeah.
It was that boring of a match that they had to resort to that.
Yeah, the Undertaker, he says in one podcast when he first started out, he was fighting with Bruiser Brody. And so Bruiser Brody is like a brawler, old school brawler. And he was telling him, okay, do this, do that. The Undertaker was telling him, Bruiser Brody was telling the Undertaker, I'm going to do this, you do this. And he said, somehow in the match, Undertaker said that I decided no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead. And so once he did that, it didn't follow Bruiser Brody's instructions. Yeah,
Oh,
Bruiser Brody got real. And so Undertaker said, I never, disobeyed like an older wrestler's moves or directions after that. Because I think, Brody actually beat him up.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Bruiser Brody didn't look like the kind of guy you wanna.
Yeah, he didn't mess with him, and then he got in trouble, and he was killed in Puerto Rico, I think.
Nowadays, you call that fuck around and find out, right?
What do they call it? Receipts? Is that what they call it? Receipts?
I think so. Well, also back then, these promoters said that you guys better not lose in a real fight outside of the ring because you got to keep that persona going as a tough guy, right? So there's a lot of these stories where these wrestlers actually got into bar fights, and they were expected to win. If they lost, they could have been kicked out of the promotion.
I think wouldn't they be discouraged from fighting in public for real?
Well, back then it was pretty loose, right? The rules. They just said don't lose in a bar fight. If you get into a bar fight, don't lose.
I think back then it wasn't as accepted that like back then it was like it was still supposed to be real, right? Like
that's what happened to Shawn Michaels.
yeah,
He went to a bar. These Marines thought was fake, and he got beaten up, and he had to fight because that was still the rules, right? He's supposed to not run away if you get into a real fight outside the ring. But they say the toughest guy outside the ring, you know who it is, Scott? Yeah, Haku.
Yeah.
So there have been stories about him. Like back then he took on like 5 cops and won.
Yeah, something crazy. Yeah.
A couple of times he took on like a couple of soldiers, like Marines, and won. And the most famous thing he did, and most infamous thing he did, I think he yanked somebody's eye out.
Oh, yikes.
And hear that one.
Yeah.
Packing it nice.
Yeah, he yanked somebody's. It was another wrestler that, was messing with him.
Yeah, regardless.
Yes, they got into a fight, and Ric Flair and a lot of these other guys said, yeah, and Haku yanked his eye out. There's another incident where he pulled a guy's ear off.
Ouch.
So finally his wife told him to stop it because they can't afford to
Take you anywhere.
we can't afford all these what do you call
Lawsuits.
Yeah, lawsuits anymore. So he toned it down.
Well, I mean, like, that's why I'm surprised they even allowed him to do that, you know, or encourage them to fight in real life. It's like,
I guess back then the perception had to be that real, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like not today, where everybody knows it's scripted.
Well, where they had Vince McMahon was known to.
But that's the thing, though. It's like if it's real, then you know that the person's a fighter, and you don't want them out there beating the shit out of civilians. That's what I'm getting at. Is like,
well, according to these stories, the civilians are the ones that started it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Was it Jackie Chan was saying that like out of nowhere people would be like throwing chairs at him and all that, you know? They say the movie and like deflect it, you know?
You dodge this. Yeah.
People that cannot separate reality from fantasy.
Yeah.
What? Vince.
I'm not making political comment. Biting my tongue right now.
Political comment on wrestling?
No, about people that can't tell fantasy from reality.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll discuss that after.
Yeah.
That'll be drink and draw after hours.
Drink and draw after dark.
And
It's always after dark.
Wait,
I guess.
Isn't after dark daytime?
Yeah, technically.
No, what I was gonna say is Vince McMahon had really deep pockets, so he would bail his wrestlers out, and also hire the lawyers to defend them in court. So he was well aware of, the rules he gave them, and he was prepared to help them out any way he could.
I'm sure, like anything else, like back then, it's like, even though they got in trouble, it's like, any publicity is good publicity, right?
Yeah, so that's what he was counting on. That publicity.
I'm sorry. I guess I just have a more modern mindset,
Yeah. Was it Barnum and Bailey that said any publicity is good publicity?
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
It's funny, like on Clerks, the animated series, it's like kill them with bad publicity. Oh, sir, there's no such thing as do it. Yes, sir.
What the hell is your eye makeup?
Eye makeup?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a decent photo so I can see what the heck I'm supposed to be drawing.
Yeah. It's always hard. It's always hard when you're on the fly and you're trying to find like a good photo.
Well, yeah, but also it's an '80s topic, so there's not real like high resolution photos.
You never know. There's some hardcore. I'm sure there's some hardcore fans
Who are you drawing?
It up.
Wendy Richter.
Oh, Wendy Richter.
She's got this like, she's got blue eye makeup, and then she's got like some kind of spots or something in it. I can't tell what they're supposed to be.
Glitter, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Wendy Richter.
And I was going to draw that Hulk Hogan's rock and roll wrestling, but it's like that. So many characters in that thing.
Yeah, they don't look like anything. It's just like speckles. What the hell is this supposed to be? All right.
Isn't that just
He's
80s?
having a meltdown.
Isn't that just 80s makeup?
Pretty much.
So it's gonna just be like random shapes in there.
There you go.
Probably.
I say they brought back Kiniko Man on Netflix.
Wow.
That was an old like wrestling anime from like the 80s.
Muscles.
Yeah, Muscle Man is what we knew him as.
Is it a new one or the 80s?
It's a
one?
new. It's brand new.
Oh.
So the animation is really good. It's just hard to take some of these characters seriously because they look so goofy. Yeah.
Pyramid Man.
Yeah.
The Knight. Yeah.
Wasn't there one called Dick Van Dyke?
Okay. Sure.
Didn't you and
I'm
Drew
trying to-
get some of those things from Jack in the Box? Or Wendy's or something?
I'm trying to see a topic tonight here in tonight's drinking drop.
All about Dick.
Yeah, pretty much. But
We're doing on time, 8:30. Okay.
I remember the arcade games. They used to have like a couple of the wrestling. Did they actually use actual wrestlers in those? Like the
Which one?
Royal, like the wasn't there like a Royal Rumble or something like
It
that?
was WWF WrestleFest
WrestleFest.
down at 4 players, and Superstars was 2 players.
There you go.
Remember the one where you had just the 2 pads and you had to pound on the pad?
Was that main event or was that Street Fighter you're talking about? Street Fighter.
I think it was.
See, I remember Street Fighter had that.
I think it was main event because it was a wrestling one.
I had that one big button, and the fake Hulk Hogan and the fake Andre the Giant.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh man, the first Street Fighter before Street Fighter 2.
whatever
yeah.
that
that one.
game was, me and my friend Gary won a championship at the Carnival in Pro Con.
Carnival.
Oh,
Sponsored by Carnival Cruise Lines.
No, it was like a
It was like a fun factory.
Fun Factory. Well, I don't want to say ripoff because I liked it over there.
Yeah, they had good games.
Yeah.
So I played the Superman game.
yeah.
I used to play. I think that's the first time I played R-Type.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, over there.
Was
Hey.
Carnival the one with the go-karts?
No, it's a regular arcade.
I don't
What
know.
was
Was
that
Carnival?
No,
Or is
that was
only
Castle Park. That was Castle
That's
Park.
right. That's
Castle
right.
Park.
Yeah.
That's right. Sorry about that.
No?
That's right.
Yeah, Carnival was just an arcade game in the Pro Kai,
okay.
right? Pro Kai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rokai.
Oh yeah. I remember that one now.
I had one at Salt Lake Shopping Center for a little while. I don't know how they did that, but
Yeah, we used to always hang out there.
I
Everybody.
remember Carnival now.
Like, are we gonna go Carnival or Tilt or Fun Factory?
Hey,
I cannot reminisce with you guys on this.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry.
Kamiki Q. I used to go to Kamiki Q a lot.
Kamiki Q.
IMQ, yeah.
And
I
like, who the heck
remember
was-
climbing up A1 Mountain behind my house.
There you go.
Okay,
Sorry, Mike's being left out. Let's change topic.
okay. Well, anyway, remember Carnival?
Anyway.
I'm feeling like that Stephen Wright routine is like I like to reminisce with complete strangers. Granted, it takes longer.
I read the dictionary. The zebra did it.
I spilled spot remover on my dog. Now I can't find them.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I derailed your conversation with the mention of Stephen Wright.
Reminiscing of Stephen Wright.
Anyway, about the arcade. Sorry,
Oh
I
yeah,
derailed you.
Is Tilt still there?
Still at Tilt.
Wow.
Arcades are not the same anymore.
No, they're not anymore.
Oh no, they're not.
And push
'Cause
coin.
you got to use cards now. You have to like put it onto like a you buy a card and you put credit on there.
Yeah.
I miss
You're not
dropping
really
tokens
putting in
waters
tokens anymore.
And it's all about getting the prizes now, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not about putting your quarter there saying I got
Yeah, it
You
wasn't
guys
like
ever play that?
dead up.
Did you guys ever play that? I don't know. When did it come out? The Simpsons video game.
Yeah.
So in between there were okay. So there was the original arcade one, but later on they did one for I guess the PlayStation, Wii, and all that stuff like that, and it had more story. But it was funny because at one point they confront. It's like in one section of the game, it's like they're going to like video games. So one is like Gauntlet, one part is like Pokemon, stuff like that. And then they confront like the guy behind it, and I think it was the guy who created The Sims. And they confront their 80s version of the first, like NES video game. And so, so someone's like, the older one's like, he's like, well, how many quarters does it take? And he's like, we don't use quarters anymore. Video games, they don't do that anymore because you got life meters and all that stuff like that. So I just thought that was interesting how much video games have changed, throughout the years.
Oh yeah.
You remember going to the arcade and like 50 cents or like $1 was like, oh, that's too much, man.
Yep.
I'm not gonna play that.
Yeah. Well,
Dragons there.
In Pasadena, they have an old arcade game, but you have to pay when you enter, and let's say you pay a certain amount for playing 1 hour. So for 1 hour, there's a certain amount, and you can play any of the arcade games for an hour.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's like you said, it's a little card thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember like when, like I remember going to like 7-Eleven and they used to have like stand-up arcade games, and then there was always that one. It's like you could choose from 16 games.
Yeah.
It was like, so if you wanted, like I'll play Mario, but it was timed, so it would always like run out, regardless.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't understand this. I don't understand this machine.
I remember the machine. I didn't know that. I never played it, so I didn't know it did that.
Yeah.
I
And then a lot of them was like, hey, wait, I have this at home. On the Nintendo, it's like, oh, the Goonies. Oh, I have that at home.
Actually, isn't Napul and Drew at Hawaiian Brian's?
They are.
They have
Brian's
arcade games. They have arcade games over there, right? Still yet.
I haven't even been there in ages. I have no idea what's there anymore. I assume so.
Yeah.
Junk ones.
It's more about pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of pool
The
tables.
pool hall, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, remember when they were on was it Kemoku?
Yeah.
Up that big ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to be over
They're still there.
No, I meant Hawaiian Brian's used to be there. Right across from, is that Walmart or whatever?
Oh yeah, they were on that side before. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Now they're further in. Yeah.
I remember those days.
Yeah. So, Micah, you was never an arcade. You never played arcade games growing up. No. Space Invaders. No.
He was climbing the mountain in back of the house.
He was climbing the mountain. He was in the real thing.
Exercising.
I remember Pong.
I remember that.
Pong. I remember Pong. Joe Pong. He was my classmate in.
There we go. His name really Pong.
The little country store
terrible.
about 2 miles from my house. They got a Pong, like the flat table one.
Oh
And the
man, we
controllers
joked
go
around
under the edge.
Yeah.
I
We joked around
remember,
about that. Like, you know, if you try to show like the kids now Pong, it's like, it's like Street Fighter like Zero. It's like it's a top view of them like deflecting the Hadouken thing, and whoever misses, you know.
I mean, I could play arcade games. You know, it's just they were older.
What's your thing?
I think I like Xenon.
Oh, Xenon, that was an interesting one.
John Xenon. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Donkey Kong.
Popeye.
Oh yeah, the Popeye. That was Nintendo's big one. The Popeye video game.
What were some of the others? Centipede. I remember Centipede.
Centipede.
Yep.
Centipede was the first video game designed by a woman.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Atari. Yeah.
Roberta Williams.
Oh, was that King's Quest?
Yeah, she did a lot of those. Is Cinemaware? No, not quite Cinema. But a lot of those in that area, right? Those kind of like
Yeah.
Amiga
She
and
designed a lot of them.
And is Centipede the first video game with a trackball, right? That uses the
No, I think Missile Command was, huh? No?
Oh, Missile Command was the first one? Maybe.
Missile-
Okay.
Or those football games, the ones that like every time you play it, like your hand gets caught underneath and like
yep.
you know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah, like Missile Command.
Missile Command used to stress me out too much. It's like and then you get that game over.
Yeah, I saw somebody playing it like, oh, you just create this umbrella detonation above it.
See, I remember the Star Wars, or it was just like the line art, the line chicks.
Yeah.
The vector art, where the X-wing is like permanently on there.
Vector art.
So,
Like-
so even like when the Death Star, it's like you're backing up, like dude, because you still see the X-wing. Oh, funny.
It's just like
Does this look
Tempest.
like Wendy Richter?
Tempest, yeah.
Yes.
Here's my Wendy Richter.
Oh, hey, that came out good.
Just quick pencil sketch, right?
Yeah, I think that's
That's
Best
fast.
viewers on Dory. Nope, not clicking that link, boss.
Okay, I'll click on
Twitch,
it.
Twitch comment.
That's sad. That's the only comments we get. It's like spam.
Yeah,
Spam.
spam.
all good.
kinda.
All right, there's Wendy Richter.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, right?
Is it? Is it
Yeah,
really?
maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Hey, we have
I
two
want to-
viewers now.
I was telling you guys, I went to that Disney World War II art at the Aviation
Oh yeah,
Museum.
yeah. Oh, nice.
I picked
Oh,
up
is
the
that a
book for like, the book's like $25, something like that.
Yeah, but still, it might be nice to.
You
see
can't
all the
take
art there.
take photos of the exhibit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's surprising because usually you can, but this
it's
one
in
won't
a
let you.
it's in a like a temporary tent from Raytheon.
Okay.
But here, I can show you some of the stuff that's in the exhibit because it's in
There
the
we
book.
go.
That's why I bought the book.
Hey, look, it's Walt.
But I mean, it's a nice exhibit. If
Yeah,
you're a
I
history buff,
imagine.
you know. But like these were in the actual pencils of these were in the exhibit.
Wow. That's cool.
Where is the Aviation Museum?
On Ford Island.
Ford Island.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, yeah. I'm not seeing art. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's what I mean. If you're a history buff, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
history in it, you know.
There's.
And this is like the women stepping up, like when all the men went to war, the women,
There you
because the
go.
women at the time were mainly admin folks, but say,
I
oh
see.
shit, we don't have any animators, we're all being sent to war.
Where's Rosie?
So the women had to step up and do the animation.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of them were doing like the real tedious stuff, like the coloring and technical
In
stuff.
betweens.
Yeah.
they actually had this on exhibit, which is like the bombing scope.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Hey, I know those guys.
So did all the women draw this? This is all
These
their art.
two at the bottom are watercolor paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's backgrounds.
That they did?
Yeah. Yeah. So they actually had these on display, and they're maybe 3 feet long.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I guess so they could do a pan.
Yeah. Each
Especially back
side.
then. Yeah.
This is. I think this. Well, maybe that's one. But yeah, they had those on display, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, those are nice. Okay, those are the actual.
The patch designs. The
Yeah.
Disney artists did a lot of like unit patch designs.
Nice. Oh yeah, look at all that. It's great.
Really? But those aren't the official ones that they took into war, right? When they.
Oh yeah, these are 60th Air
I'm sure
Depot.
they are.
This is U.S. Naval Air Station Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
unit patch
Yeah, they
designs.
used them.
Look, the winged tiger in the bottom.
hey!
Hey! Someone's stealing from somebody.
And they had this one. They had the jacket with this logo on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a nice book. How long is this display up for?
Through end of December.
Oh, a
Oh,
long
that's
time
good.
more. Okay. Oh, and
It's
you got a
like-
little comic in there.
I want to say it's like $25 to get in, but and they say allow about an hour and a half. If you're gonna read every display, you're gonna be there for like 3 hours.
Can you just get the book?
Well, yeah, that's why I bought the book at the bookstore. Or at
Oh,
the
okay.
gift shop
Oh, the gift shop at the Pearl Harbor.
at the front of the Aviation Museum.
Yeah. I should get one of those.
Yeah.
But I like seeing. I mean, some of the stuff were just copies, but they did have some of the original pencils and stuff.
That's
which
nice.
is pretty
That's
cool.
good.
And the because you know how the animation have these pegs at the bottom, right? So you saw a couple of those.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this one's on display. I remember. And then this one's on display. If you have time to sit down and watch a lot of their, because they made training videos and they made propaganda videos, and they have some you can sit down and watch them. I didn't watch them all, but
Do they have the Donald Duck versus Hitler?
well, there's a whole section on the Führer's face.
Yeah, there you go.
It had a different name initially. This page I'm on right now, the Führer's face. Originally called Donald Duck in Nutsy Land, but then Mike Jones' song came out and they renamed the cartoon the Führer's face. When the Führer says, "Wie ist der Master Ace?" Sieg Heil, right in the Führer's face. But I mean, if you like history and you like Disney, I'd recommend checking it out.
Very cool.
I went through it pretty quick, but the book you get the book at the gift shop, which is separate from the actual exhibit.
I can think of a few people who would like that book.
Yeah. Well, the book's I want to say it was $25 or $26. Oh, okay. Back to wrestlers. We got like 10 minutes left. I don't think I'm gonna draw another one.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Did we cover everybody's favorite wrestler? Who was your favorite wrestler, John?
I didn't really have a favorite wrestler back then. I mean, I never really watched it that much. I mean, I knew it, I seen it, but I never followed it like how Scott guys did.
Scott, who was your favorite bald white guy?
Wow, now we're getting very
King Kong Bundy?
King Kong Bundy.
Who was your favorite wrestler, Scott? Scott, still there?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Who was your favorite wrestler, Scott?
Dynamite Kid, probably. Maybe
Kid.
Dynamite
He
Kid.
said that earlier.
The British
Said
Bulldogs.
that earlier.
Wow.
And Ron, who was your favorite?
Oh, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Woo!
No Hulk Hogan fans?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think of that. Woo! I think of that. What was his name? Was it Hard Gay? Gay Hard, whatever.
When is Glow supposed to take place?
Huh?
That
Glow.
I watched the TV show Glow on Netflix, but what time period was that?
Gorgeous
Oh.
ladies of wrestling.
Yeah,
was that 90s?
Yeah, I think that was 90s.
90s.
Oh, hey, I'd like to show you something as we're cleaning up. I found a. This is one of Gwen's. It's like a 7-Eleven super big gulp and has a
Hulkster.
very horrible Hulk Hogan. Like, who did the art
That's
for
supposed
these
to be Hulk
things?
Hogan?
Yeah, it says Hulkster.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know.
it looks.
I know.
It's like Buck
John-
Jackie.
John, have you gone to Burger King recently?
To where?
Burger King?
No,
Recently?
what's that Burger King?
I don't know. I've seen.
Burger?
Was like they got the DC superhero cups pack.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's in Hawaii or that's just mainland stuff.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be actually, but yeah, everyone's been running to McDonald's right now because of the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing and the collector cups, the Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but it's DC cups.
Yeah. Did you get it? Did you
No,
get it?
I mean, I don't go out of the house too much nowadays. So it's like that's why if it is, I'll make the effort to go out of the house. But I have the 80, 84, 85, 86, 86. You know, the one back in the day when the Superpowers collection. And they
Yeah,
had, like,
yeah. Wow.
My dad went and he got the standee and one of the hanging things from the Burger King, one of the Burger Kings.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I have that in my room.
Yeah, it's harder to find Burger Kings nowadays. I mean, even the one in Parisian, they don't really have much there.
Oh man.
I don't know if the one in IA is still going under construction after, I don't know, something happened with their front end, like a car drove into it or something.
Jack Kirby next week.
Jack
Oh,
Kirby,
Kirby.
we gotta have Andrew. For
Better
that.
have Drew there.
Jack,
Let's take our last round of looks, guys. I'll go ahead and go first since I've got mine already up there.
There
There's
you
Iron Sheik and Wendy Richter. I'll have to write her name down because I'm going to forget it.
what did Jack Kirby do?
What didn't he do? That's the next question.
That's the question. That's the
I heard,
question.
I
What
heard
he didn't do.
I heard he invented Stan Lee.
Did he? Save for
Right,
next
ready?
week, man.
Or he created Stan.
Save it for next week.
You got your Macho
There you
Man.
go. Hey,
Who are these other people?
That's Mean Gene. Is that Mean Gene?
Yeah. Mean Gene.
I don't know who the one in the back is.
I thought I joined Miss Elizabeth.
Oh,
Oh, Miss Elizabeth. Wow.
of course.
Oh, see, I forgot to draw Sergeant Slaughter.
Yo Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Yo
That's
Joe.
good.
It's good.
John, you ready?
I don't know.
Sure.
Last looks, John.
So I have the you saw this, the
Hawaii.
from the wrong
John
era.
messed up this through the wrong era. Yeah,
I messed
okay.
up my arrow.
I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, anyway. And this has nothing to do with it, but this was
That's
the
not from the 90s. That's not from the 80s. That's the 90s.
actually that was the thing. I posted this thing about the
actually.
Zima. Yeah, actually, yeah. I posted about the Zima, and then half of the people said like it was the 80s, but the Zima's from the 90s. So yeah. Anyway, and this is
Did you tell him to fuck off?
no.
Oh.
That's your job. Okay.
John's
Anyway,
too
this
nice.
is the Poke Center at
That's the shopping side, right?
that's a shopping center. It was crazy. People are like animals. It was
My daughter and her
Crazy.
boyfriend went to that, and it's like they like
Yeah,
had
they-
scheduled time to win, and then they were like still an hour behind schedule.
yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, they had late time, so like all the exclusive stuff was gone. All the exclusive stuff was gone by like noon.
I saw your photos of all the empty bins. It's like, geez.
It's
And then you
crazy.
go down
You
to
know?
go down to the outside, and then they're all for sale out there.
They're all scalping like all along the Olive. It's
Oh,
like guys have
geez.
suitcases open and they have like 5 of the same thing, and it's like they jacked up prices. It's ridiculous. So like when you actually could find a shirt or something like that, yeah, people are like crazy.
Ah,
Punch those people.
yeah.
All right, Jason, you ready?
My
Jason's
hacksaw.
Hacksaw.
Excellent, Jim Duggan.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
I like how you did the hand.
Yeah.
He kind of the pose kind of reminds me of what was it, Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna go over there.
Yeah. Anyway,
Poison for Koo. Couscous poison.
poison. Yeah, I didn't get to it though.
Nice.
All right. Anybody have anything they want to promote coming up?
No,
I know we have
Honolulu coming up.
Macabre
Come
Tales
down,
coming up.
6 through 8.
Oh.
Is that right?
6 to 8. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm
I know like over here in the convention center this weekend is Made in Hawaii. I know Chris
Yep.
Cavallo is going to be there. Following
There's
weekend is
like
going to
there's
be
a couple
the
of Vermont comics going to be there, right?
yeah. Following weekend is the Okinawan Festival, and then the week after that will be Comic-Con Honolulu. So
Oh.
convention center is going to be busy.
I'm doing the convention center. That's it. The Comic-Con Honolulu.
Yeah.
We'll have the art improv there. We got to start thinking
We
about
will.
that.
We will.
Topics for art improv.
Uh-huh.
Deadpool.
All right.
Oh, they
anybody
announced
else?
Steve Aloha is coming.
Oh yeah, Steve Aloha.
Yeah, so he'll be coming down to Comic-Con Honolulu. That'll be nice.
Yeah, but no Trina.
No Trina, sadly.
No. Oh man. Bummer.
Yeah, but Gail Simone is coming down as well. And, we got some pretty good names coming down. Kind of excited.
Yeah. Well, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. That's a
Oh yeah, that's the big one right there. Yeah. Very nice.
okay. Let's see. Drew's not here, so
I tell you, we gotta take a picture. Oh, there you go.
Not the
There you
same.
go. Yeah.
It's,
There we go.
it's good, but it's not the same.
everybody say aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.